what comes to mind when Rob Kirby hears the words rethinking the dollar?
Wow, rethinking the dollar, rethinking a huge mistake that was made back in 1913 when the Federal Reserve Act was written and passed in legislation in your house, where the your U.S. Congress granted a foreign entity the ability to create and control your currency. And in saying that, the Congress abdicated their responsibility, because your Constitution sets out that only Congress shall have the ability to create and coin money, and they passed the buck and allowed an entity called the Federal Reserve, which is not federal and has no reserve, but they gave them the exclusive right to create money. And subsequent to that, your currency, the U.S. dollar, became the world's reserve currency at the conclusion of the Second World War, and with the ability to then create the world's reserve currency, these foreign bankers were effectively given godlike powers to be able to create any amount of money they wanted at any time. And it's taken us down. It's taken us down a very nasty road, because there's a reason why there's a cliche that absolute power absolutely corrupts. And when you give a group of elitists the ability to create money, the world's money, as in the world's reserve currency, you're going to end up in a very dark, nasty place. And I think that pretty much describes conditions in the world right now.
Right.
And all of that stems from, in my view, the misguided abdication of the U.S. Congress when they granted this ridiculous power to a group of, in my view anyway, failed elitists who are in control of the financial strings, and they've used that control and power to effectively buy off and own everybody in politics, in the media, and in education. And so they pretty much run the show.
Right.
And isn't it interesting that at this dark hour, that I would have you believe it's a pretty dark hour in terms of global financial affairs,